Today marks the ending of our journey through the full moon energy, and we are especially graced today with the presence of the Virgo moon because it amplifies the Virgo sun already, just being in the Virgo, the sign of Virgo. So as we prepare to welcome this new moon energy, Virgo's influence will amplify our capacity to discern what truly holds value in our lives. Now, Virgo's guidance extends beyond recognizing value. It also serves as a compass to help us identify those aspects of our life that lack some sort of significance, or any significance perhaps. It directs our attention towards our inner baggage, as well as things, surroundings, relationships that need to be left behind, need to be left in the past, distant objects fading in the rearview mirror. And today may offer a need for rest, so relaxation, self-renewal, as we bid farewell to the burdens of yesterday. So don't feel guilty if you need a time out. If anything, it will give yourself the opportunity needed to quiet things down and to hear the wisdom from within. It's a chance to extract wisdom from the lessons we've learned along the way. Now sit back, relax, let's explore the cosmic energies. Together we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all of the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you, and welcome to your Daily Focus, September the 13th, 2023. So let's start with the numerology. We have the energy of the 13. Now, 13 has a bad rap. It's considered the unlucky number. It's actually a very lucky number. But what happens to us under that 13 energy, we may not like. We may not see it as luck at all. Okay? But what it does is it writes us on our path. It puts us to where we need to be rather than perhaps where we want to be at the time. We don't see the opportunity yet. We don't see the advantage. So, the 13 energy brings something into your life that you probably will not appreciate showing up in your life, but it's there for a purpose. It's there for a reason. It's there to push you towards a destiny, a destination. Now, 1 plus 3 is a 4 energy. That's getting our ducks in a row. That's about home and family. That's about growing the relationship. That's about growing security, well-being, understanding that we do have our ducks in a row. So making the plan, making sure that we have that strong foundation on which to build. So we're looking at what do we look for in a structure? We're looking for the weak spots, right? The things that have no significance in our life, that doesn't support us in some way, doesn't move us forward in some way, doesn't complement us in some way. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, my brain's going faster than my mouth again, or the other way around. Anyways, 9, 4, 7 is a 20 energy, and that's about turning points in our life. We've reached a fork in the road. So how fitting is it that it's the 20 energy, the last day of full moon energy, and we find ourselves in a position where we can go after new dreams, new desires. Perhaps climb another rung on that ladder. Take it to an elevated path. Take it to a deeper relationship. Perhaps with yourself, perhaps with another, perhaps with your spirituality, God, the universe, your angels. So we come to a point in our life where we need to make some decisions. There is a fork in the road. There is a turning point marked for today. 2 plus 0 is a 2 energy. So the 2 is given that godlike energy, and it magnifies the 2 energy. Now, the 2 energy, truly, you just need to sit in quiet contemplation and look within and see the magic that is within you. Now, 2 is also a magical number. When 2s appear, we know that the magic surrounds us. But what we fail to realize most times is that there's magic within us. They're called talents, abilities, personality, the unique you, the way you love, the way you work, the way you play. All of that is parts of magic because it can't be replicated by anybody else. It is unique to you and you alone. It is your magic. It is your superpower. And it's about realizing it. It's about scratching the surface of your potential, of understanding that you can utilize these gifts, these talents. And yes, even if you consider it a flaw, you can utilize it. You can move forward with that because it's not actually a flaw. We have also, it's money, if you want to talk, and it's about building security as well, the 2 energy. And it's about growing wealth in our life, looking at our investments, looking at how we spend money, looking at how we make money work for us, how it becomes an investment. Sun is in Virgo and the moon moves into Virgo in the wee hours in the morning. Most of us will be waking up to this energy. I'm Eastern Standard Time, so... Now, that means that we have this strong earth energy, which grounds us, that makes us practical, methodical. And we also have that mutable energy that says we can go with the flow a little bit more. We can change our ideas and we're okay with that. We can change the plan. We're okay with that. We can try this new thing, experience that new thing, because we're open to a bigger vision, a wider vision of what can come into our lives, of what we can step into within our paths. Now, with the Virgo moon's influence, and we already have the sun in Virgo, we naturally yearn for order and practicality in our daily lives. So this is the time we'll find satisfaction in tackling practical tasks, organizing and reorganizing our surroundings, the attic, the closets, the drawers. Or perhaps reorganizing some of the way you perceive things or the way you've been looking at things. Maybe you've always seen the cup as half empty and you want to move towards a little bit more thinking that the cup is half full. And so what are some of the self-talk things that you say that actually goes against that? And it's always a work in progress. I mean, I've been doing this for years and I'm pretty good at it. Let me tell you, I'm always positive. And yet, I dropped something this morning and the first thing that came out of my mouth is, I'm such a klutz. Now, I'm not a klutz. That's the thing. I'm not a klutz. And yet here I am. And I am, and I really do pay attention to the voice. And maybe that's why I caught it. And I actually argued with myself. I said, I am not. How dare I say that about me? Okay, so I dropped something, but that doesn't make me a klutz. So we're very pre-programmed to go to the negative. So it's very hard to catch these things. But the more you pay attention to what the self-talk is what's being said, what's happening there, because it doesn't stop. It goes 24/7. It's just usually when we get to a quiet point where we've shut off the phone and the TV and maybe even the lights have been dimmed and we close our eyes, that's when we can finally hear our thoughts sometimes. So anyways, got off on a tangent there. But, it's just about being more aware of it and working on it. And then you start to hear yourself when you say those things. And, I had an argument with myself today. I won. I'm just... I did go to... we got a torrential downpour. But we went to the horse races today because it was the Prince of Wales Cup, the Queen's Plate, apparently. Anyways, me and Paul go every year, and I took a little bit of video, so I'll try and put that all together for you and put it out for like a minute or two so you can laugh at us or see the joy of the experience. We had an adventure. We had a wonderful day. It was a lot of fun. I don't gamble and I don't know a lot about horse racing, so I mainly went with the names of the horse, or the feeling I got, or what number was it, or oh, she's beautiful and look at the way she's prancing, I have to get her. So that's how I pick my horses. But yeah, people would ask me, oh, what horse should I bet on? And I tell them, and they'd win. And so I was popular. No, I only a couple of people I told. So, anyways, I'll bring the psychic to. I'm invited to the casino outing, I guess now. So, we have a strong desire to be productive. We want to contribute meaningfully. And right now, we want to pay attention to the finer details. Okay? And paying attention to the finer details is actually a beautiful key in making progress when it shows up. Sometimes we're supposed to look at the big picture, but under this energy, we want to pay attention to those little finer details. Okay? Under this energy, we want to shift our focus from grand long-term goals to the essential aspects of the day-to-day existence, of our dream, of our goals. And by managing these tasks, we reinforce, right? We support our bigger and grander dreams this way. It's more apt to come together because we didn't jump over anything. We fine-tuned, right? You're going to play a guitar, you got the guitar, you got the 6 strings, but if you just start strumming, it's probably not going to sound all that good. You've got to fine-tune each of those strings in order for the melody to just sweep you off your feet, right? Now, the moon is in its balsamic phase, and a new moon is on the horizon tomorrow. So it's not the ideal time to initiate new projects, relationships, significant adventures. Okay, the balsamic phase symbolizes endings, a symbolic descent into the realm of the unconscious. So during this time, it's more beneficial to engage in reflection rather than innovation. Rather than revving up the energies, and we're going to be doing that quite soon, so take the time out if you have to. It's generally wiser to wind down and prepare for the new beginnings that lie ahead. Okay, I've babbled on enough. So, but me and Paul had a lot of fun at the track, and most of the triactors. You have to. So in betting on the horse, you can bet first place, second place, and third place out of all the horses. If you guess all 3, then you it's like a $2 bet or something. I wasn't, that's the most I'll throw out on a race, but I was getting 2 out of 3 every single race, but there was other ways to wager as well. But, I was kept trying because that one pays a little bit better, right? So you want to win that one, but 2 out of 3 horses every single time. Oh my gosh. I thought, oh, this is bad advertising for me. Okay, look at this. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We sit there with a knowing, with a feeling like, this is a card where we're feeling the Virgo new moon energy. We're feeling like the storm is passing, or this too shall pass. We feel like we've been through the struggle, we've been through the hardships, we've been through the lessons in order to gain the wisdom, in order to feel content in this moment in time, in order to understand that we've got this going forward. We're in blue, so very much it could be a little bit of our voice that needs to be utilized here, or maybe just a softness to ourselves, or maybe a softness invited within your environment in some way. You recognize your power here. The sun is carved into your chair. The angel sits next to you, waiting to take your messages to the higher realms. So we kind of feel strong today. We kind of feel like we want to take a step, and we're a lot sure that we can take on the challenge. We're a lot sure that we can take a risk on ourselves. And yeah, that's, nothing's for sure in life. But it it's like we're ready to embrace our strength. We're ready to embrace our courage. We sit here with a sense of confidence, knowing that we've got what it takes. So maybe we're looking more at time or energy or resources, because we know we could do it if we were given the right platform to do it with. Does that make sense to you? The Hierophant is our first card. So our spirituality, this is definitely a time to talk to God, your angels, your guides, the universe, source, that higher power. It's time to turn towards going with the flow. It's time to believe that there is an energy that surrounds you, that creates the path forward for you, that comes to your beck and call. I really do believe that when we come down here, it's free will. So even when they know we're making mistakes, they can't intervene. Maybe they can at a certain point, but we have free will. So long as we want to, they have to let us, unless we say, please help me. Then they can come in and help us. Then they can come in and guide us. And so having that belief that there is that power, and I believe it wholeheartedly. Okay, I've lived it. I understand what it's like to not have enough money. You're sitting there and you're wondering if you should put the last $5 into the gas tank because you need milk and bread for the kids. I understand that. I've walked through a lot of struggle in my life. But the more I took a deep breath and I said, I know you've got this. I know that you're going to take care of me. I know that there's no reason to worry, that I am protected and I am loved, and what I need will show up. And then I take that deep breath and I try to eventually move away from that worry, that fear, because worry and fear, what does that do? Well, it stops you. It stops you in the moment. And then you're not moving forward. Then you stagnate. Then you invite more heavy energy in. So by having that little pep talk with myself, I'm able to say, okay, well, I'm going to show up and do my part, and you guys do your part. And I can't think of a time in my life where they didn't show up. And a lot of times I was extremely worried that they weren't going to show up, but there they were. They worked it out. Somehow I got through that experience and that experience and that experience. So have that heart to heart, maybe seemingly with yourself, on how you want to go forward, of what you want to manifest, of what you want to make tangible and real in your life. And it could be just that 20 pounds. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It can be, but it means the world to you that you reach that goal, that destination, that advancement, that success, that win. Four of Swords is definitely about taking a break. Here we are. This card is typically the soldier coming off the battlefield, the warrior coming off the battlefield. And we've come through full moon energy, which is a lot of releasing and letting go. It's a lot of work. And we're tired. We take off our armor. We hang up our weapons. We lay down and we rest. We recuperate. We prepare ourselves for what is behind that window. The sun is shining through, for that beautiful day, that beautiful energy that we are about to walk into, that new moon energy. Knowing that we can start anew, that we can create. But we won't be able to do that if we are worn out, if we try to do more than we're capable of and take on more than we're capable of. So it's time to rest. It's time to rejuvenate. And then we have the Ten of Wands. So, wow, if this doesn't go with everything else I've been telling you, is this is a time to stop, to understand that you are taking so much more than you need to in order to go forward. And it is weighing you down. Look at your steps here. Every step is a struggle. We need to stop. We need to lay those wands down on the ground and we need to sort them out. And when we do, what do we notice? Some of them have leaves on it. Some of them have growth potential. And others are simply deadwood. And what do we need to do? And the Virgo moon and the Virgo sun's energy is going to help us release, let go. Understand that it has no value and significance in our life going forward. And we need to put it in our rearview mirror. Okay, let's get a Nature's Whispers card. An oracle card. The butterflies. Anybody noticing all the butterflies around? Oh my gosh. And some of my milkweed has come back. So I've got the monarch butterflies flying around. And they got to giddy up and go soon. They don't want to be left behind. Head on down to Mexico. Can you imagine a butterfly flying all the way from Canada to Mexico? I mean, it just boggles my mind. They have those, the finest of wings, and yet they can soar to wherever they want. That no point, no destination is too far, right? So know as you are emerging and growing, and you're ready to break out of that cocoon, that you are ready to stretch your wings and fly, that only you can put the limits or the limitation on how high you soar and how far you go. Okay, we have Love Matters, a 43 energy. Love matters. Look at that beautiful picture. And love does matter. Okay, that's why I wrote the 30 Days to Greater Self-Love. Because it all starts with love. That is your foundation. That is your starting point. That is one thing I've learned on my journey. Is it all stems from how much you know that you deserve. That you are worthy. That you are enough. And then once you start to come to love yourself, then you can spread your love to the things you want to do and start loving your goals and your dreams and what we consider work. You know, it becomes joy. So you want more joy in your life, love yourself. When you love yourself, you make everybody around you that much stronger. What do we have there? A 43, which is a 7 energy. So this could be a time when you are inviting back your power that you gave away to other people. Demanding it back. And you can just sit there and you can say, I demand now that all the power, all my power that I have given away comes back to me so I can utilize it to grow and strengthen my journey forward. And you will find that each and every day, if you keep saying that, you get a little bit stronger. You get a little bit more confidence. You get a little bit wiser even, perhaps. Okay, love matters. The way you handle things is important. There will always be many challenges and life lessons as it's part of this experience of being human. Choose to learn from your encounters. Get your heart ready to receive and allow for various emotions you may be feeling. Consider what makes you happy. It is a time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment. Love who you are and be willing to give and receive love unconditionally. And somebody says, oh, sometimes you get hurt doing that. And when you don't, it's just beautiful. I mean, look at a dog, you know. I've got 2 rescues here that were beaten and abused by humans for long enough of their life. I can't even begin to fathom the trauma that they went through in their early days. And yet, well, Dylan's not too trusting. He still won't go next to anybody else except for me and Paul. So I'm not sure what to say about that. But he knows that I'm safe. But he was willing to take a chance on me. Because when I went and they said, do you want to pet him? And I said, you just told me this dog goes near nobody. And that's why everybody's returning the poor thing, is because nobody can even approach the dog to try and train it, to welcome it into the family. And so I bent down on one knee and I said, if you'll let me. And he was back in the corner of the cage, and I said, Dylan, can I pet you? And he came over and he rolled over and gave me his tummy. And the woman said, she's taking him. Well, I went in there for a cat. I didn't go in there for a dog, but somehow I drove away with Dylan. But, to trust again after some of the abuses that I know they've had just from how they react in certain situations. Who do we have today? We have the Raven, the Shaman. This is a shaman kind of energy day, isn't it? Looking within, understanding the truth, understanding the worth, understanding value. You are the creator and the magician. So look within, realize your magic. Absolutely. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. And did I not say with this card? It's something about our voice. So there's power in your wisdom and your words. I took it away. I probably won't be able to read it anymore. Connect with the elemental spirits. And we do have a very grounded energy today, the earth energy, because Virgo is earth and Virgo is earth and Virgo is mutable. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mystery. Claim yourself as keeper of the mysteries. So connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. So it's allowing ourselves to be free. It's allowing ourselves to move forward. And maybe people are telling you shouldn't be going forward in that way. But you have a vision. You have your dream. And so fly through that void and go after your dreams and discover your tomorrows. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.